Hello everyone, welcome to the Street Crime UK YouTube channel. Thank you for joining us. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more exciting true crime content. Today we look at some sports stars who created their own charity just to start siphoning off charity money for themselves. Ex-footballers F.A. Sodje, 46, and Stephen Sodje, 43, and ex-rugby player Bright Sodje, 52, were found guilty and jailed for siphoning off money from their family charity, the Sodje Sports Foundation, or SSF. Their brother Sam, who's 39, is a Nigerian international who played 9 times for Pompey in 2013. F.A., Stephen and Bright's convictions in 2017 can only now be reported at the conclusion of a separate money laundering case involving F.A. and Sam, who was cleared over the fraud. Following a retrial, Sam, from Dartford in Kent, was also found not guilty of taking part in a scam in which bank accounts were used to channel cash from companies around the world in 2013, in which firms in Colombia, India, Italy and Abu Dhabi were tricked into sending a total of £80,000 after being sent emailed invoices from fake suppliers. F.A. Sodje of Cheadle, Greater Manchester, was cleared of money laundering last year, but Emmanuel Ickerman, 53, of South East London, and Andrew Oruma, 50, of Bexley, South London, were convicted. Another footballing brother, Akpo Sodje, 37, was implicated but moved to Dubai and has refused to return to Britain to be interviewed. The 2017 charity fraud trial has heard how the Sodjes set up their organisation in 2009 to help provide sporting facilities to youngsters in Nigeria. Ashley Carson, a businessman and director of Sheffield Wednesday Football Club, and one of the city's MPs, Clive Betts, were recruited to give the charity respectability, but when they asked for bank statements and financial reports, they were fobbed off. Once the pair resigned as trustees and directors in 2013, the amount of money being transferred to the Sodje family increased dramatically. Cash raised at black tie dinners, auctions, charity football matches and clay pigeon shoots went into Sodje bank accounts. The SSF held a charity football match at Sheffield Wednesday's ground in 2009, and arranged a fundraising dinner at Charlton Football Club in September 2010. In 2011 there was a gala dinner at the Lowery Hotel in Manchester for the SSF and the Royal Manchester Children's Hospital, a charity supported by England women's football coach Phil Neville. F.A. handed out Easter eggs provided by the hospital to child cancer patients, whilst 5 Sodje brothers attended a £150 a head black tie dinner. The event raised almost £11,500, but Mr. Christopher said not a penny went to the Royal Manchester Children's Hospital. Sentencing judge Michael Topolsky QC told the defendants, "You have brought shame upon yourselves and your family." He sentenced Stephen Sodje of Bexley to 2 years and 6 months in prison, saying he lied repeatedly to the jury and was a self-regarding and arrogant man with a strong sense of entitlement. The court heard that he received about £30,000 from the charity funds, but continued to protest his innocence, describing it as expenses or wages. His lawyer, Kieran Galvin, said the conviction was shattering and a massive fall from grace for the defendant, who now worked as a carer and has 2 young stepdaughters. Father of one, F.A. Sodje, who was the face of the charity, was given 18 months in jail, having received around £7,500, plus an unknown amount of cash from the clay pigeon shoot. He collapsed in the dock and staggering away, supported on each side by officers. Bright Sodje of Sale, Manchester, was jailed for 21 months for his part in milking the charity. He had received some £3,000 but also signed cheques to other family members totalling about £18,000. The judge said all 3 of these defendants in various ways exploited their own and their family's reputation, not only for the benefit of the poor children of the Niger Valley, but also for their own benefit. In this case, the defendants were all well known and respected men, particularly in the world of football and sport, both here and in Africa. I have no doubt to some extent, at least, that it was that form of respect that made it possible, or more likely, that their fans and admirers would make donations to the charity that had been formed in their name. He said at least £63,000 has been shown to have been received by the fund, but added it was way too important to note that it did not include cash donations and the defendants, but went out of their way to ensure that the proper records were not kept. The National Crime Agency Deputy Director Chris Fairman said, Bright, F.A. and Stephen Sodje promoted themselves as generous, community-minded figures when they were knowingly defrauding people who thought they were helping deprived children in Nigeria. The NCA financial investigators built a detailed picture of the movement of money in and out of the foundation, and showed beyond doubt that for most of the foundation's existence there was no charitable purpose. What do you think about the Sodje family and the charity they ran? Do you think you could ever trust them again? Thanks for joining us today. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a like and a share, and leave any thoughts or suggestions you have in the comments section. We love to read through them all. And if you're new but enjoy UK true crime content, then subscribe to see when our newest video releases. And as always, stay safe.